Take the pictures. Take the pictures. Take the pictures. Take the pictures.
Scammy pastor back at it again. This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. As you can see at the top, we have 55% off a select product. So if your money's acting funny, changed it a little strange, we got the 55% off for you. We took a discount off on these tank tops for the women. We're trying to get rid of them, so y'all better get them now. Get rid of them. Get them out of there so we can get new product for the winter time. Ladies and gentlemen, all of our beanies are out. They're off the chain. The coldest products that I've made is these beanies and these hats. But we got some new shirts that are out. One Nation Under God, Police Lives Matter, and Lean on Jesus. All of the stuff is there. You can find the categories here, and we have exclusive discounts for those individuals who are the military, police, medicals, teachers, students, seniors, truck drivers. And if you find yourself as considered to be unemployed, if you're on unemployment or you're low income, we got 30% off for you. Just click on that code. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Scammy Pastor of the Year is back at it again. You know, I saw a video about Carl Lentz, and I know some of you guys really loved him at Hillsong Church. Carl Lentz was a complete fraud, and I'm very shocked that these pastors, with all of this influence, and you listen, you finally have an opportunity to serve God in such an amazing way. You have millions of people listening to you. You can preach the gospel. You can see people's lives change and transformed. I mean, what a beautiful sight to see. What a beautiful project to be a part of. Every Christian would only dream to have that much influence to impact people all over the world. But these pastors are not Christian people. They take this stuff, they're pimps, and they're prostituting the gospel in order to get money from you. So let me show you this fool. And you can see the title right there. I ain't going to say it because you know they're going to be mad at me. Y'all can read the title right there. You see what this dude is about to do. In a Dior suit. Now, I can see it from a mile away. I know what Dior symbols look like. This is probably, if it ain't fake, this is probably a $4,000 suit. And he already got robbed before for, how much did he get robbed for? $400,000 worth of jewelry? I mean, these people are so fake, it's beyond me. Listen to the clip and watch what this pastor do to this woman who decided to interrupt his service. Roll the clip.
Let's give Jesus a round of applause. Let's give Jesus a round of applause. Now let's give Jesus a round of applause. While they take pictures and they want to be on social media, take the pictures. 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 Now go over here. Go over here. Grab her out. Grab her out. Now you gonna grab her out.
She's trying to turn the camera.
Grab her out. Get downstairs. Grab her.
I want y'all to see that again. I gotta take it here. I'm gonna redo it so you guys can see him. Cause I don't want nobody saying nothing. I want you to see what he did, and you tell me if this is accurate or not. Roll the clip, or at least turn the sound.
Take the pictures. Take the pictures. Take the pictures. Now go over here. Go over here. Grab her out.
Now, I don't mean to laugh, but it's just the shenanigans that this pastor is involved in is beyond me. I cannot believe that he just grabbed this woman like this. Now, listen. Let me just say this. She had no business interrupting his church and doing what she did. She had no business doing that. Does that give him the right to put his hands on her? I do not think so. Does that lead to a scammy pastor possibly putting his hands on you? I think it does. But this man is the epitome of why people do not go to church. I mean, he's the epitome. If you are seeking Christ and you just so happen to stumble across this stuff, you're going to be so confused and distorted about what Jesus really represented. I understand that you may be successful. I understand you may have written a book or done something and you have millions of dollars. But when you go to church behind the pulpit, can you at least wear a suit? If it's going to be Dior, it be Dior with a little badge here. not a complete covered in Dior, not Rolex watches this big. Maybe you own a few of them at your house. Why would you come to church with a Rolex watch this big? And your people are barely making rent. They giving $10 in the offering because that's all they got. That's 10% of their money coming in. But you got a big old Dior suit full of Dior. He got Rolls Royce Cullinan. Rolls Royce Cullinan is like $400,000 car. That suit is like a $4,000 suit. He got robbed for $400,000 worth of jewelry. I just, for the life of me, I can't understand why these people get to this point. I can't understand what would make a man who really loved God. I'm not saying somebody that's just pimping the gospel. I'm talking about somebody that really loved God. What would make that man do the things that these pastors are doing? I feel sorry for his parishioners. I feel sorry for his soul because I think they think it's a game until it's all over. And when you have to approach Jesus, you got to explain that you was out here pimping the gospel. When to be honest, I'll say this, and I'm gonna shut up. I don't think these people really have a relationship with God. I don't really think these people have had a real connection with God. They may have had religion, they may have had a form of godliness, but I don't think they had a connection with God. Because when I got saved, the genuine feeling of salvation and the genuine feeling of watching people come to Christ and being saved and being born again, it was such a tremendous feeling that you cannot use money to imitate. Money cannot pay for such an experience. Let me give you just an example in the Bible. If you read in the book of Acts, the apostles were laying hands on people and they were receiving the gift of the Holy Spirit. Now, there's a guy named Solomon. I can't remember his name now. Simon. I can't remember his name now. I think it started with an S. He was a sorcerer. And so what he was looking at was these apostles were laying hands on people. The gift of the Holy Spirit would hit them and they begin to speak in tongues and prophesy. Now, he can visibly see that there was something happening when the apostles would lay their hands on people. So he offered them money in order to obtain the gift that they had so that he may touch people and they may have a charismatic experience. Now, the apostles rebuked him and set the record straight, like, pretty much you're going to go to hell doing stuff like this. And they went on about their business. But it's the same idea. It's like God's true hand on your life and true blessing, money cannot buy. Your experience of salvation, money cannot buy. There's not an amount of money, women, relationships, love. There's nothing can describe salvation that comes from God. And these men take that seeking, that longing for, feeling that other people have, trying to get closer to God, trying to connect with God. They take it, they manipulate it, and they monetize it. And in the United States of America, it is easily monetized because you can extract money tax-free. And all of your expenses come from the church, all of your cars, your gas, your housing, everything, every time you travel, every meal you eat can be on the dime of the church, which is tax-free dollars. And you have to pay zero amount of taxes on your income. You may pay yourself a salary of $40,000 a year, but the church actually pays for the pastor to do all these other stuff. And I guarantee you this guy don't have a board of directors. He don't have anything like that. He don't have anything like that. He probably the sole owner of the church, the nonprofit, and he is just raking in the money. It is a shame that this man is doing this. And I hope that people wake up and don't go to a church like this because your soul is at stake. I pray that you find somebody or a pastor that's genuinely sent by God. And I pray that you find a personal relationship that's even more powerful than the man that's sent by God to preach to you and the church congregation that you congregate with every week. I pray that your personal relationship outgrow that. That's the key to salvation and relationship, is having a personal relationship with God. If your church shut down due to COVID, you don't fall away from Christ because you already got a personal, private relationship with God that can withstand the test of time. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.